Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to try to remember our stuff about factoring. Remember, we have 3 different ways to do it. We can factor using the GCF, or greatest common factor, a trinomial, which is when we have 3 terms, or a difference of 2 squares, which is when we can square root to rewrite it. Okay, so when we do this, we're going to start looking for our GCF first. Notice how all of these start with making sure it's in standard form, so we're going to have to do that as well. So for our very first one, we have 3x minus 27 equals 0. It's already set equal to 0. It's in standard form, so we can go ahead and try to find a greatest common factor. When I look for a greatest common factor, I ask myself, what does 3x and 27 have in common? And that is a 3. So I'm going to divide both of those by 3, and then I'm going to see what's left over. So 3x divided by 3 is x. Negative 27 divided by 3 is 9. And that will equal 0. Okay, that is the only step I'm asking from you today, is just a factor. Okay, remember, if you don't know how to find that 3, or what the greatest common factor is, you can list out the factors of all of them. So our factors of 3 are 1 and 3. Our factors of 27 are 1 and 27, 3 and 9. And I think that's about it. Okay, and I see that 3 is the biggest number that they both have in common. That's how I found the 3. Okay, let's go to this next one. The first thing I see is that it is not in standard form, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in standard form by adding 5 to both sides. And since that 5 does not have an x attached to it, I want to put it at the bottom, or at the back of the function equation. Okay, and now I see that I have a trinomial, but before we do that, we need to look and see if we have any greatest common factors. So does 4, 9, and 5 have anything in common? And they do not, so I'm going to jump right into the trinomial. Remember, when I have a trinomial, I take my a times my c, so I can factor it. It'll give me 20. I'm going to find the factors of 20, and I want them to add up to negative 9. So if I have a negative 9, I know, and it's a positive over here, I know I want both of them to be negative. So I'm going to do negative 1 and negative 20, negative 2, negative 10, negative 4, negative 5, and that negative 4, negative 5 is what's going to give me my negative 9. So when I rewrite this, 4x squared minus 4x minus 5x plus 5 equals 0. Now we can go ahead and factor it. I'm going to group and find the GCF between both of those. Between the first one, I have a 4 and an x, so we're going to divide by 4x. That will give me x minus 1. And in the second group, I see a minus, so I need to factor out a minus for sure. And it's going to be negative 5. So I'm going to divide by negative 5, and that will give me x minus 1. Okay, very excited because those two parentheses are the same. Okay, which means we can rewrite it as x minus 1 and 4x minus 5 equals 0. Okay. For our next one, go ahead and look for a GCF first. It's already in standard form. I don't see anything that 1, 10, and 25 have in common besides 1, so we're going to go ahead and start factoring this trinomial. So I'm going to take 1 times 25. That will give me 25. We're going to find our factors of 25. That will give us positive 10. That would be 1 and 25 and 5 and 5. Since we have a positive 10, I'm going to keep all of these positive. and 5 and 5 will give me that positive 10. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite that. X squared plus 5x plus 5x plus 25 will equal 0. And let's go ahead and group. In that first group, I'm looking for a GCF, or greatest common factor. What does x squared and 5x have in common? It's an x. So I'm going to divide both of those by x. And x squared divided by x is x. 5x divided by x is 5. And then we can look at the second group. I have 5x and 25. Those both have a 5 in common. So we're going to go ahead and factor out that 5 and then divide. That will give me x plus 5. And very exciting, those are the same. So we can rewrite it as x plus 5. And then outside of those circles, I have x plus 5. Okay, and that equals 0. Remember, we can also write this as x plus 5 to the second power because it is the exact same. You do not have to. So you could use either of these as your answer. Okay. In this next one, I am not in standard form, so let's go ahead and put this in standard form right away. Minus 4 minus 4, that will give me 36x squared minus 4 equals 0. And the first thing I want to do is look for a GCF. Does 36x squared and 4 have anything in common? I see that they both have a 4 in common. So I'm going to divide both of them by 4, factor out that 4, and I will be left with 9x squared minus 1 equals 0. From here, I need to check for trinomials and difference of two squares. Well, I don't have a trinomial inside those parentheses. However, I do know that I can take the square root of 9x squared, because the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of x squared is x. And I can take the square root of 1, that will give me 1. And since it's a minus, that means we are going to be able to rewrite this as a difference of two squares. So we're going to keep that 4 out front, and then we're going to rewrite our two factors. My 9x squared is now going to be 3x and 3x. My 1 is going to be a 1 and a 1. And then, hopefully remember, we put 1 plus and 1 minus. And of course, this still all equals 0. So this is in factored form. Okay. So we have now talked about greatest common factors, we've talked about trinomials, and we've talked about difference of two squares. So those are all the different types of ways we know how to factor. As we continue, hopefully this is all just coming back to you because we have done this multiple times this year so far. So on this next one, I see it's not in standard form, so let's go ahead and put it in standard form first. When I'm subtracting this 8x, it has an x, and I know x needs to be in the middle. So I'm going to put 2x squared minus 8x minus 10 is going to equal 0. Looking for a greatest common factor, does 2x squared, 8x, and negative 10 have anything in common? And they do all have a 2 in common. So we're going to go ahead and divide and factor. That will give me x squared minus 4x minus 5 equals 0. Okay. And now we're looking at those parentheses, that x squared minus 4x minus 5. It cannot be factored down anymore using a GCF. However, it is a trinomial. So if we go ahead and factor that, I see a 1 out front. So I'm going to do 1 times negative 5 because that's my C. That will give me negative 5. So when I find those factors, I'm looking for a negative 4. So I know my factors of negative 5 are 1 and negative 5, or negative 1 and positive 5. Which of those are going to give me a negative 4? and it's that 1 and negative 5. So when I rewrite this one, I need to keep that 2 out front, and then inside my parentheses I can have my x squared, and using those two factors, plus 1x minus 5x, and then going back minus 5. And we're still going to group that front part and that back part, but we just have to keep that 2 in there. So x squared and 1x have an x in common. So we're going to divide those by x. That will give me x plus 1 for that first section. Okay, be careful with your parentheses because there's a lot going on right now. In the second part, they both have a negative 5 in common. So we're going to factor out a negative 5, and we'll be left with x plus 1. Okay. And then again, those are the same, so I would be able to rewrite this one. Keep that 2 out front. We have x plus 1, and then what's left over is that x minus 5. Okay, and that will all equal 0. Okay, so that one was a little bit trickier because it was a greatest common value and a trinomial. Don't let that get you confused. And those parentheses can be tricky. And let's go ahead into our last one together. It's already in standard form, so let's go ahead and see if there's a GCF between 20x squared and negative 5. I know that they both have a 5 in common, so let's divide by 5 so that we can factor it out. 20x squared divided by 5 will be 4x squared, and negative 5 divided by 5 will give me negative 1. Check those parentheses. Is it a trinomial or a difference of two squares? Well, it is a difference of two squares because the square root of 4x squared is 2x, and the square root of 1 is 1, and it's a minus. So we can keep that 5 out front and then rewrite the 4x squared as 2x. The 1 is going to still be 1, and then I need a plus and a minus. And that is our factored 4. Okay. Now, when we flew through that, that's because we've done this a few different times now this year. It's just a refresher for you. So here are some practice problems for you to go ahead and try. We are using this as we continue Chapter 12. So make sure you understand, and if you do not, ask questions.